Today, we're going to be looking at a dope plugin by Digital Pro Sound known as Abstractvox. And oh yeah, did I mention it was free? Let's go.
Yo, G, bless him, bless him, bless him, bless him.
Hey folks, welcome back to Blessed by G Beats. I am the G, and today we're going to be looking at this dope free plugin by Digital Pro Sound known as Abstractvox. Now, when I first laid eyes on this, I was scrolling through Facebook and it had free plugin, try it out. So I signed up, got it for free, and I was pleasantly surprised when I installed it and opened it up. Now, it's not Exhale or nothing like that, but if you want some real dope Vox type elements to your production, I love them. Anytime I can find any kind of vocal sample that will go into my production, I love to use it. It just adds a little bit more texture to the beat. Abstractvox is definitely a plugin that you want to look into adding into your arsenal, and why not? It's free. So the first thing we're going to do, just to keep this nice and simple, we're going to look at the interface of the plugin. We'll look at the functionality of the plugin, and then I'll let you hear all the sounds. And then if we have enough time, which I'm pretty sure we will, we're going to make a quick beat, or I'll let you hear what you can do with this on your beats as far as Abstractvox goes. So without further ado, let's dig in. So the first thing I love about Abstractvox when you load it up is the interface is just so simple. The interface is so simple. I mean, you have 4 knobs, you have a mouth, and then you have a drop down menu. And it's so funny. You may look at that graphic and you think that, okay, that's a nice picture. But the funny thing is that mouth has a function, so we're going to see what that mouth do as we continue to get into this. I'm sorry. I could not say that without laughing, but we're gonna actually see what that mouth do as we get to playing with the plugin, because it does have a small functionality. So let's dig in. So as you can see, as I said, there's only 4 knobs: attack, release, reverb, volume. That is it, and I absolutely love it. Now the mouth, when you push on it or move the mouse and click on it, it does nothing, but you'll see it has a very neat function. Then when we look at the drop down menu, and I don't know what this is, maybe it's just the logo. I actually thought it was a function button, but I'm assuming that that's the Digital Pro Sound logo. So when you go to the drop down menu, here's the choice that you have. You have instrument list, click here to start is just basically where you start, or factory. So what we're gonna do is choose factory. Now I got an email and said they have a brand new expansion. We may do another part of this video if I decide to get my hands on that expansion. But for what's on offer for free, it's very dope. So I can only imagine, since you're paying, they're probably gonna add a lot more voices. So let's select factory here. And so as you can see, it says all Voxes, and basically what this does, it puts all 61 sounds on 61 keys. So we're going to use Maschine to do this. So since we're going to use Maschine, we're just going to go through the pads and we're going to have a quick listen to all 61 sounds. Now, just right off the rip, just talking about this as an overview and somewhat of a review, the one thing that I do not like is when you open this up, you'll notice all you see is Vox 1 through 61, which that's okay, but I wish they would have named all the sounds and made them, really unique, so they would be more memorable, maybe when you're going through, I don't know, it's just something about names rather than just these generic names. That kind of irked me a little bit when I played with it, but nevertheless, it does not take away from the dopeness. So let's go. And so that's all 61 sounds. Now, as you can hear, man, you got everything to me from sounds you can use in hip hop, R&B, pop, EDM, whatever. But then you have other sounds to me that you could use for soundtracks to give you that cinematic, maybe using it for some kind of cinematic sound or some kind of build up to use with other sounds layered. So as you can see, there is a lot on offer here, even though it doesn't seem like there's a lot on offer because, like I said, the plain interface, 61 sounds, Digital Pro Sound, you got to work on naming these, man, because I think this plugin is too good to just have the names like Vox 1 through 61. So let's kind of go back through and play with a couple of sounds, or maybe, one or two. Let's go back down here. So let's look at that functionality. So it's very simple. Anybody who knows about attack, release, decay, and sustain, it's pretty simple. Now, the crazy thing is also, I don't know if there's something else working up under the hood, but Maschine or Machina will normally match the knobs up with the functionality knobs on a plugin. Now, the funny thing is, I noticed that we have attack, decay, instead of release, which is probably pretty similar, sustain versus reverb, which is, but then you got release also here. And then there's something else that's on here, the filter cut frequency. So I'm like, okay, maybe there's some other things working under the hood, which I'm pretty sure there is, but there's some other things that's working under the hood that maybe Machina is noticing or picking up on, but it's not being displayed on the interface of the plugin. Because I even thought this was kind of funny that when you move the knobs on here, they don't move on Machina. And I also notice if I do some different things on Machina, of course, it's not going to show on the screen, and it seems to give a little bit different sound. So I'm not sure what's up with that, but let's deal with this because this would probably be universal across all DAWs or whatever you use this in. So attack is pretty self-explanatory. This is basically, do you want it to have a hard attack or do you want it to, hard attack, you hear that? Sorry. If you want it to have a hard attack or a soft attack when you hit the key. Okay, and then of course you have release. So anyone who does not know about ADSR, this is how you control stuff like this. So you got release. So basically, for anyone who doesn't know, that fixes it so whenever you hit the key or the button, you don't have to hold it down for it to get to the end of the sample, right? So then, of course, you got reverb. The reverb, it's a little, not a lot of reverb, but I think it's just enough. It's almost like maybe like a small room reverb or something like that. Y'all see what that mouth do whenever you hit that button? I think that's pretty neat. I think Digital Pro Sound is on to something. Should really, really work on a few more features with this band and even charge for it. It'd be off the chain. But for free, like I said, you can't complain. It's pretty dope. So you got reverb. And then, of course, for gain staging, you got volume. So that's pretty much what you get. Now let's kind of go through. Okay, so I loaded up an actual patch. Started at C3 here. Let me see. Thinking that was around it. There it is. So once you load it up, I mean, you can pretty much treat it like any other sound. For example, if I wanted to go inside a Maschine and say, okay, I want this to be harmonic minor and semitone, maybe I want to start with a E. Okay, so we can kind of so it's pretty dope to mess around with. I kind of like this right here. Let's try to make this into a beat real quick. Give me just a second. Let me pull up some of my favorite drum kits. Let's see here. Okay, so we're back. went and built me a kit with the Southside kit that I got from Splice. I'm telling you, if you do trap music, the Southside kit is the best kit in my opinion, hands down. Murder beats running pretty close if you just want straight up just distorted subs. But man, this Southside kit, don't let me forget about the Super Mario kit. But the Southside kit is pretty dope. I built me a little kit from it. Pretty distorted. Don't know if we're going to use it, but we're going to try to use it, man. Let's see what we got here. But this is what I was playing with before I left. Woo! Yeah. Okay, let's lay that down. Now, I have really fallen in love lately with the tempo of about 150. So I'm gonna go 151. I'd like to do this double time stuff. That's kind of what you do in trap, but you could probably get somewhere around 75, 76. Some people say you can achieve the same effect, but for me, this is how I like to work. So what I like to do is I like to start with that clap. It really gets me to get everything on track. Gotta do it at 8 bars. All right, don't sweat it. It's a little bit off time when I hit it because I'm screen recording. So that kind of messes with my timing. Let's see if I can change might not do any good since I'm screen recording. So we're going to close this out. Well, I don't know. I like to see that mouth move, don't y'all? See if we can put this over in the corner. I wish it was adjustable, but that's okay. Let me put it right there. Yeah. We on to something, man. Come on. Let's see here. Let's do this thing. Let's do that echo clap, every other clap there. We working. Okay, let's change that up a little bit at the end. I didn't even plan on doing all this, y'all forgive me. But it's starting to sound pretty good here. Let's get that pencil tool, baby. Might not be there. Okay, this might be a little too much distortion, but we're gonna try it anyway. So let's go into keyboard mode just on that one there. That says man, hold on. Oh, the lag. We're gonna get this figured out. All right, so this is gonna be the second element, and this is gonna be it for the beat, but it's pretty dope.
Yo, G.
So, what do you think about the Abstractvox? That is it in a nutshell. It is what it is, very plain and simple, but very powerful and effective, especially, I haven't even went and added any of my own effects yet. But when I mix this down, when I put this in Logic Pro 10 and begin to mix it down, probably gonna do a few more things to really beef it up. Not to mention the fact that I basically came up almost with a chord progression with one voice and a melody with one voice. I'll probably go back and put just another melody in this, not from Abstractvox, but I wanted to keep this all about Abstractvox just to let you see what you could do with this and some drums. So I don't know what you think about this, but for me, this is definitely a 9 out of 10. Only missing 1 point simply because I wish they would have came up with some dope names for some of the presets. And from what I can tell, there's no way to name the presets yourself. I would love to be able to just do certain settings and then save that particular voice as my own customized voice, which maybe with the new expansion, maybe they add some of that. I don't know. But when I get my hand on the expansion, don't you worry. I'm going to come right back with another review, and we're going to see what that expansion do, like we saw what that mouth do on that little, y'all get what I'm saying. But nevertheless, that's going to be my time. That's going to do it for this video, this beat. Keep making videos, keep grinding, keep inspiring. I'm the G. Peace.